Hi, Jonathan York, Bay Financial Partners, looking at the investment markets. Earnings season's in the US, and it's just going to be interesting to see whether that high US dollar is starting to impact on earnings. Early signals are this having a little bit of an impact, but not too great at present. And certainly things still appear to be on track to see rate increases in the US going forward later this year, possibly as early as sort of June, July. Interesting to watch oil as well. It's starting to just sneak up a little bit. It's back above that sort of $50 level now, sort of heading around sort of mid-50s, and again just be very interesting to see how that sort of stabilizes, whether it can push on or whether this is just a little bit of a dead cat bounce before we see the next leg of the down move. Fonterra have also come to the market with a fixed interest bond. It's going to be 5.5 years. Interest rate is going to be around sort of 4.4 to 4.5, around that sort of level. It's interesting that the bond matured back in March. That was 775. So this low interest rate environment is really giving corporates a great opportunity out there to refinance their debt, and obviously much more favourable terms for themselves. For the investor, possibly not quite as good. If you are interested in this Fonterra bond, call us on 0800 867 323. Or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. Also, Kiwi Capital Securities, the Kiwi Bank 5-year reset, that's going to be repaid back in May of this year. Again, that was issued obviously 5 years ago. Interest rate on that was 8.15. Now they've announced that potentially there could be a further capital note in the marketplace, and just going to be interesting to see what sort of rate is associated with that, and obviously what sort of term as well. If you look for a sort of alternative that has been issued recently, the ANZ, which was a 5-year with a potential rollover for a couple of years, that was issued at 720. So again, it's just reducing the interest rate on these bonds and capital notes. So it's certainly good for the issuer, possibly not quite as good for the investor. But in this low interest environment, that's really what the investors have to get used to now. Now, as yet on the Kiwi Capital Securities, there's no indication on what the term will be and what the interest rate will be. But if you are interested in potentially that issue, call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz. Elsewhere, obviously, New Zealand dollar still pretty high. Interesting, even with all the talk, still didn't get to parity against the Aussie. And it'll just be interesting now to see how this sort of trades over the next sort of 2 to 3 months. Certainly, New Zealand dollar, I think, will still hold a reasonable bid, but whether it will get to parity, well, it's a pretty tough call out there. So to sum up, say Fonterra bond, if you're interested in that, or the Kiwi Capital Securities, call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz for lots of interesting articles. We look forward to speaking to you soon.